Hello and welcome to day 10. We're moving right along. We're making amazing progress. And hopefully, the bits that you are getting in each session are bite sized bits so that they're not overwhelming. And again, reminder is try a little bit, try one thing. The goal is support you, to support you on your wellness journey. I'm so glad that we have the opportunity to be here each and every time that we're together. Wow, it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity for us to take the time to take care of ourselves, to take even better care of ourselves. For today, a little bit of a review. Last time, repetitive movement. If you're right, dominant, this is the side that you do everything with. This tends to be the stronger side. And then if you are a righty, then the opposite side tends to be the non-dominant side. So when we can be conscious of that, we can stretch and find some balance by checking in, by taking the time to check in. I use that example of asking, how are you doing? And taking the time to listen to your body, to listen to how you feel. So it could be muscles. Ah, shoulders, how are you feeling? Chest, how are you feeling? Back, how are you feeling? Neck, how are you feeling? Right? Instead of just going into autopilot, oh, good, I'm good. It's all good. No, pause, take a moment, or better yet, give yourself a moment to check in with yourself. Every day is different. Some days you have a lot of energy, some days not as much energy. Some days maybe you're super active, physically active doing things, and then other days perhaps not as active. And taking the time to check in to how you feel, to how your body feels. And that is the way that you can take care of yourself because you listened. Part of balance. We've been doing stretching exercises. I'm sitting on a I'm sitting on a ball here. We're going to talk a little bit more about strengthening exercises. So we stretch, I'm giving an example. Stretching, I'm stretching out the chest, stretching to lengthen muscles, but then we want to strengthen muscles to help us find more balance. So our main muscles, upper body muscles, chest and back. Those are the bigger muscles, okay? So chest, pectoralis major, go like this. It's like a fan. So my hand, imagine this is a fan. The muscle runs like this. So it connects shoulder, sternum, and it fans out. And then we have our back muscles. I can't show you them very well. I'll work on our show and tell for next time. These are the main muscles. These are the largest muscle groups for the upper body. And the assisting muscles, biceps, triceps, right, our shoulders, they work together. There are exercises that we can do to strengthen our upper body using body weight, using cans, or using bands. Have some little show and tell. Thin little bands, or maybe have bands like this. So I wanted to use this session to begin the conversation, right? That whole idea of to give you the first taste of strength training with me. And then I thought, what are things that we have at home? That's why, hence the cans. This is a can. It does not need to be. I'm not sponsored by this company, and you absolutely do not need to have a can of diced tomatoes. But I happened to have two cans that are the same size and weight. So these are 14.5 ounces. So it's more or less a pound. It's actually 16 ounces is technically a pound, but more or less as a starting point. So chest is pushing exercises. Okay. If we had a machine, if you go to a gym or you happen to have strength training equipment in your home, you're pushing against the resistance. That is going to activate, engage your chest muscles, and in pushing, this motion is also engaging your triceps. If you are using cans, this is not pushing, it's not working at the chest because gravity. So gravity wants to pull this down. This is actually more shoulder engagement. If we were to do this, in order to engage your chest, you would need to imagine, I don't know if you've ever been in a weight room, but if you had an incline bench and you would lean against it. So imagine that I'm leaning against a bench and then I'm here and then I'm, so that would be more for chest. Or even better, I brought all of my props so that I could share them. This is, some people call these stability balls, Swiss balls, balance balls. You can actually use the ball. So next time I will set up my camera so that you can see more of the different things. So I wanted to share this. If you're using a band, then you can engage chest. Here's a kind of cool exercise. Check this out. So I'm taking this band, I'm wrapping it around myself. So here I now have resistance and I am pushing away from me. That's now chest exercise. Arms can be narrow or they can be wide. So remember how we coordinate our breath with our movement. We do the same with strength training. So as an example, if we're doing a form of a chest press here, I inhale and I exhale as I push away. Inhale as I come back with control. We're not letting the weight or resistance push us back or pull us back. Instead, we are controlling, we're working against the resistance. So this is an example. I'm pushing as I exhale, inhaling back, and I push, and then I inhale. Again, this is a taste. So if you were doing a chest press like this, a seated one, also important, our alignment and posture. So this is our 10th session. We've been talking about that a little bit each time, thinking of a line through your whole spine and out of your head. You want to keep that line, maintain that long line, even when you are pushing and coming back, pushing and coming back. So that's an example of chest. You may or may not have bands, but again, I wanted to show you another pressing that you can do is literally against the wall, that you can lean in and then push yourself away. This is a taste. Our next session will go into more specifics of this so that you can see. But I wanted you to get a taste. Now for back. Could use cans, and this would be a row. So you would have to position yourself so that gravity is working for you. And do a little. This would be where you let it hang and you you don't have to make the noise, but you would pull it in and lower down. Pulling it in towards you, engaging your shoulder blade here. and then lowering down. So that would be example of back row with holding some weight. If you had a band, you can wrap this around something that isn't moving. So say if you had a banister for your staircase, you can wrap this around it and then you would be pulling it towards you. Okay, so turning sideways. Example. Again, a little taste, a little demo, so that would be pulling it and then returning. So the exhale would be inhaling on the way back, on the way back. An example, so I'm using one arm to actually hold the band so that you can see I'm pulling, I have resistance that I'm pulling towards me and then slowly returning. Okay, so those are examples. And now start with the largest muscle groups because they are harder to fatigue. So it would take maybe a little more resistance or maybe a little bit more weight, right? Another word for resistance is weight. By using the largest muscle groups, we also activate the smaller muscle groups. So as I said, when you're pushing for a chest press or a push-up variation, tricep is engaged, shoulders are also engaged. When we're pulling, if you had a machine and you were doing an upright row or an overhead row, again with a machine, or if you were able to secure a band around something above you and pull down, you're activating your back, but you're also activating your biceps and your shoulders so that you get more bang for your buck. Have you ever heard that phrase? So that you're doing more than one muscle together. Biceps, triceps, they're smaller muscle groups, so they will get tired. Focus on the big muscle groups, especially if you don't have time. We're focusing on the bigger muscle groups, and the smaller ones are also activated. That's a little bit of a taste of strength training with things that you have. So, my invite to you, or my challenge to you, is next session, bring 2 cans to class that are the same weight and same size. This way we can have a balanced strengthening session together. Okay? It'll be fun. Okay. Combining mobility exercises. So we will review the exercises that we did last time, and then a little taste of some strengthening combined in with our mobility. How does that sound? Yeah? Okay, good. Position yourself. So I'm on this ball. Position yourself. And let's begin as we always do with our breathing. We're going to breathe in deeply and exhale slowly out of your mouth. Feel free to close your eyes. Inhale, exhale. And one more time, take a deep breath in and release. We're starting with shoulder circles. So I've got the wall behind me. I'm not going to have too much space. I'm going to extend my arms out. We're starting with thumbs are up because we're so cool. And we're circling back. Now pay attention to your posture and your alignment as we talked about. Spine is long. Engage your core. Abdominal muscles, your back muscles, lower back muscles. Now circle forwards. Circle, circle. So these are smaller circles. Each round, now we're circling backward. Can you make them a little bit bigger? Yes. Notice what you're feeling. Is there any tiredness happening here? Or do you feel like, oh no, I feel good? Reversing the circles as we get bigger. And don't forget, you love the extra credit. Ding! Smiling. Smiling makes everything better, even bigger. Maybe you hit the wall, but we're opening up. And then maybe now, because you're moving a little bigger, like, oh, I can feel my shoulders are a little bit tired, so we rest. Ah. Goalpost arms. We're going to move down and up. I just corrected my posture. What about you? Maybe your posture is like, I don't have to correct. It's still really good. Excellent. And my hope is that you are becoming more aware of your posture, not only when we are together in class, but also outside of class. That maybe you're going to the supermarket and you notice, let me lift myself up nice and tall. Maybe you're going grocery shopping. Oh, maybe you're playing with your doggies. Oh, how's my posture? Noticing. Okay, last one. And release. Give a little circle, give a little shake, big shake. Back to our goalpost arms, and we're rotating. So you're thinking of hand is coming down to your opposite knee. And I'm doing this so that you can actually see. Using the breath. So the spine is long and we rotate. Maybe the arm comes down. You can even place your hand to the outside of the knee, give you a little bit of stabilization to deepen the stretch if you would like. If you would like. Keeping that spine nice and long as we're breathing, we're exhaling on that rotation, inhaling as we come back. Nice steady breathing, nice steady movement. Good. Now, upper body twist, we're actually going to, you can take both of your hands. If you have a chair with armrests, you can hold the armrest, you can hold the chair. If you're on a bouncy ball like this, maybe one hand is on the outside of your leg and the other hand can actually hold the ball. And you're rotating, spine stays long. And remember, we looked forward or we look the direction that our chest is in. How does that feel? Notice if the neck is long. Are we center? Deep breath in and release. Come to center and let's move to the other side. Taking this as deeply or as not as deep as is comfortable for you. Comfortable. Keep that spine long. Notice. Where's your head at? Where is your head at? One more deep breath in and release. Come to center. Moving into our side bend. So we started with our neck. Let's do that. Neck side to side. How does it feel? Any pops, crackles? Is there any tightness? Did you hear that pop? So similar to all of our movements, we come to center and then we center and And now we're going to add a little bit more movement, starting with the head, the neck, and then bending to the side. Head, neck, bending to the side. And as one unit, bending to the side. So the variations, remember variations, fingers, hand, head, arm. Saying fingers, hand, head, or arm. Or maybe you extend an arm and extend an arm. Oh, that feels good. Yeah, isn't that nice? So, where are you? Where does your body feel good? So, think of this. This is a side bend, but you're reaching. Reach up as you bend and continue to reach up as far as is comfortable for you. It's all about comfort. We're not trying to force anything, we're not trying to strain ourselves. Instead, wellness, ease, giving yourself permission to ease into the stretch. Eyes can be open, they can be closed. One more round. A nice breath. And coming to center. Make any adjustments, adjusting your clothing, adjusting your hair, noticing how you feel. I'm going to do that breathing, the 4-7-8 technique. We're inhaling for 4, holding, and slowly releasing. Inhaling 4, holding, and slowly release. One more time. Inhale, 4, hold, slowly release. And resume comfortable breathing. Feeling more relaxed, feeling more aligned and balanced. Let's move through our stretches. Chin comes down the chest. Feeling a stretch in the back of the neck. Inhale, come up. Chin to chest. And coming up. Ear to your shoulder. Lift. Ear to shoulder. And lift. One more time each side. Movement as large or as small as feels good for you. Lifting. Now we're going to rotate. You're looking over your shoulder. Keep that spine long one more time, right side and left. Your breathing is steady. Nice, coming to center. You can half circle. We're bringing the chin down and just a little bit of movement. How does it feel? How do you feel? One more time. Coming to center, lift your head up. Shoulders, let's lift them up. Push them down with the breath. Lift them up. Push them down. Lift them up. Push them down. And let's circle. Exaggerate the circles. Make them big. And change the directions. Circling, circling, circling. Cat and cow, or arching and rounding. Chest comes forward, head comes back, and then you exhale and reverse the movement. And rounding. Inhaling as you lift, exhaling as you arch. Inhale to lift, exhale as you round. Lifting yourself up. And our, I was going to say, grand finale is the chin glides. Gliding yourself back, gliding forward. This is our everyday for some of us. So we want to really double, triple chin. Close your eyes. Feel free to close your eyes. You can look at me. You can laugh at me. Feel free to laugh at me. But it feels good. Allow yourself to feel the stretch. So here you might feel some stretch, but really, Feel it here. Mm. Maybe sound effects. Does that help? Mm. Coming forward, front. Use the breath. Exhale. Now, can we isolate? So you can see, because I'm moving around, but I'm moving my head and my arms and my body are moving from that movement. So I'm trying to emphasize the breath. Exhaling as I exert. So using the exhale helps you to make the stretch a little deeper. I'm going like this to give a little more, a little, mm, a little more umph. And come to center. Notice how you feel. Counter pose. I might have used the term. Honestly, I taught a bunch of classes today. Counter pose is a phrase that's used typically in yoga. So you're doing a certain pose, and then to counter it, what would allow your body to feel extra good now after what we have done? Maybe you need to move your head around a little bit more. Maybe it's your shoulders, all of the different ways. Maybe you need to do a little bit more cat and cow. This is your opportunity to counterpose. And what you'll see now, because we've been doing a lot of different stretches and, yeah, pretty much stretches, right? A variety of mobility exercises to include in your toolbox so that you can feel, oh, I need a little something. You know what to do. And then you do it, right? So if you had a bouncy ball, this is actually a really super good one because can't really see. No, you can't see at all. But I'm shifting from my hips. I'm shifting my hips side to side. This is releasing in my lower back. So the areas where people tend to carry tension, discomfort, and pain, lower back is one of the top areas. So by this little rocking side to side. So you can do this on a ball. You can do this sitting, depending on your mobility, depending on your muscle activation. So if that is in your toolbox, in the function that is available to your body, you can rock a little bit side to side. So if not from waist down or anywhere else, then you could instead lean. So we're leaning just a little bit to continue to release lower back and hips. And we can do it in different ways. That's the beauty of all of these exercises that we have been doing, is that everything is connected. And if one variation does not work, there are several other variations. Yes, and maybe you come up with your own variation. So, there we have it. Thank you so much for taking and making the time to take care of yourself. I'm so grateful to have you along on this wellness journey together with little bits, little tastes, little samples that you perhaps find delicious, find yummy and tasty where you want. Ooh, I'd love a little bit more. Ooh, I really love some more. Look forward to seeing you next time where we can go even deeper into ways to enhance our wellness. All right. Thank you so much. And see you next time.